I used to be the biggest hater. Like, back when I was in high school, I used to be so judgmental. I would be like, why would she have that on? Or I wouldn't wear that with that or stuff like that. Like, oh, she looks a mess. And I was also that type of person where I hated people. I would be like, like, why is this person talking to me? Like, please get out of my face. Like, just leave me alone. Like, all of y'all are whack and all of y'all are all fake. Like, I always had something negative to say. Like, oh, I hate this place. Like, it's so boring. It's so lame and stuff. When now that I'm out of high school, it actually wasn't that bad. I actually feel like I took a lot of it for granted. But one thing that I didn't realize while I was the biggest hater and, talking shit about people constantly all the time behind their back and semi smiling in their face, but still having this bitchy, like, oh, standoffish attitude. Knowingly, I knew that I had a good heart on the inside, but I didn't realize I was the biggest hater. So I think a lot of people out there don't even realize that they're a big hater too. Like, even the way how I would talk to my friends, I would be like, oh my gosh, like, shut your big headed ugly ass up. Like, I was so comfortable degrading my friends as jokes, and a lot of people are actually. And then it's like you kind of have to ask yourself at a certain point, why am I so comfortable speaking negative words into the people that I love instead of speaking life into them? Why can't my words be just as positivity as they can be negativity? Because even if we laugh it off and we think that the joke doesn't stick with us, it now becomes an identity in our subconscious. So my friends, like, I would be that unhinged friend. So they would call me autistic. I'm not autistic. But I would laugh it off, but low key that stuck with me because it's like, dang, I'm just being myself, and now y'all calling me special. Or when they would say that I was like overly skinny and stuff like that. It at the moment it wouldn't get to me, but now it's this new idea in my head that, like, oh yeah, I'm just really skinny. And I started to like feel shame in that. I wanted to have a thicker body and stuff like that. But one thing about that is low self-esteem has a language. Everything has a language. Broke people have a language, rich people have a language, happy people have a language, sad people have a language. Misery enjoys company. And a lot of people don't understand the phrase birds of a feather flock together because they're like, oh, my friend's a hoe, but that don't mean I'm a hoe. But y'all have to align on some type of same frequency to be in alignment with each other. Because now that I know who I am and God has reborn me and remade me again, I will not be friends with the past me. We couldn't even be around each other. I wouldn't even like her, to be honest. I love her. I hold love for her, but I would not like her. So I say all of this to say, y'all might be a big hater too and not know it. But my hatefulness, my judgmentalness, what I didn't know is that it was really an inner projection. So, in actuality, when I thought the whole world was just an annoyance, mind you, I was that girl that was annoyed by everything. Like, why is she talking so loud? Why is she in the way? Why is she looking at me? Why are they doing that? Bothered by everything. It was really a projection of my inner turmoil. So, my teacher had actually ended up telling me everything that is an annoyance to you is actually a trigger of something that you need to work on and work through. So anything that annoys you, that's something that's a reflection of you. And I was like, that might be true, but not everything. Some shit can just genuinely be annoying. But no, man, genuinely everything. Because it's like what is it telling you about yourself? Now that I've like taken what he says, anything and everything that triggers me, I take it as a moment of introspection. Why does this trigger me? Why do I feel this way? And truthfully, sometimes I would be jealous of people without even realizing it. My inner negativity sometimes was just plain up jealousy. I'll be talking about the girl who always had her nails done and her hair done. I'll be like, oh, she thinks she better than everybody else walking around here and stuff like that. Like, girl, just ugly spirited. But whole time, if I would have asked myself back then, why does she bother me? It was because I felt inferior to her. You see what I'm saying? So, tying it back together, I was projecting because I wasn't happy with myself. I judged other people so harshly because I was judging myself. There are these two girls in class that were just laughing so obnoxiously loud one time. And I was just like, and I was just so annoyed. But low key, I think I was jealous of their freedom. Their freedom to just express and just be happy. It's like their happiness irritated me. Like, you ever had a coworker or a friend that was just like, what the fuck you so happy for? It ain't nothing to be happy for, because they're miserable. They lack that ability to be happy and carefree, just like I did. And I'm not judging any of y'all if y'all are going through this too or have went through this, because it's human, like what matters most is that like we learn from it and we can acknowledge this as a place to like, oh, okay, that makes more sense, and we're like growing closer to ourselves and understanding ourselves. But I just say, by healing that, start by your triggers. Whatever triggers you, do some introspection. Why is it triggering me? What is this trying to tell me about myself that I am not acknowledging? Because I will not be triggered by something if it wasn't trying to tell me something deeper. It's a trigger for a catalyst of growth. I would say also, show more love. Show more love to yourself. Don't judge yourself as much. Stop telling yourself you look fat in this, or you're not thick enough for that, or your body's unproportional, or your face has too much acne, bro. I genuinely don't think you hate yourself. I think you hate the societal standard that made you feel like your true self wasn't enough. You hate that distance between the standard. Remove the distance and there you go. There's your self-love. Just because the societal standard says you need to have this and be like this doesn't mean that what you are is not enough. That's what society wants you to believe is beauty. But beauty, it truthfully is in the eye of the beholder. How boring would it be if we all just looked the same? I mentioned this in one of my past videos. It's like, on social media, the Instagram models, they all look alike now, right? And then it's like, once people reach that peak level of attractiveness, like where they have like the perfect eyes, the perfect nose, the perfect hair, to me, and I think to a lot of people, they're just really not even attractive anymore. It's like they're kind of mid, because it's like there's nothing special about you. So I'm happy that you aren't generic and God made you fearfully and wonderfully made. But be a little bit nicer to yourself. You deserve it. You don't deserve harshness. I'm sorry for the people who made you feel like you needed to be hard on yourself or have this idea of perfection. God's not perfect. Well, God is perfect, but he doesn't even create with the idea of perfection. Like, he finds beauty in uniqueness. Like, even me, I personally feel like I look pretty unique, but it's still perfectly, wonderfully made. Even when I look outside, every day is a new day. Like when in the sky, like in the clouds, it's new. There's new shapes in the cloud. No two snowflakes are alike, yet they're all beautiful. It's all beautiful. But love the world a little bit more and hate it a little bit less. Instead of hating on it, be happy, be present. Thank you for watching.